Last week, the Becker County Board of Commissioners met for their second regularly scheduled meeting of the month and unanimously passed the outdoor recreation ordinance. I think a positive and good step for Becker County. This ordinance has been a long time coming. It was first discussed several years ago, and over the last 2 years, a lot of the hard elbow grease and work has been put into it from department heads and a variety of other civic organizations throughout Becker County with an interest in outdoor recreation. Of course, Becker County has a plethora of outdoor activities for anybody to enjoy, from cross-country skiing and hiking to hunting and fishing to equestrian activities, camping, just to name a small number of the different activities people enjoy here in Becker County. And while I've looked over the ordinance, it's about 7 pages long, I like the ordinance. To me, it's extremely common sense based. You know, there's basic things in there like you will not cause a ruckus or disturbance to other neighbors. Clean up after yourself, whether you're camping, hunting on a trail. You know, don't leave your debris everywhere. A lot of regulations having to do with disposal of human waste, especially when it comes to camping in certain areas, near water areas, and what to do at certain campsites while out hunting, fishing, activities on the trails, even the off-highway trails and the regular trails as well. A pretty good basic ordinance that I think is easy for everyone to understand. Which brought me to the question, why has it taken 2 years to develop this ordinance, especially when a lot of it is already based off other laws and other regulations that they have in other counties and other parts of the state of Minnesota. I think part of it has to do with the fact that we lost our natural resources director here in Becker County over 1.5 years ago to Hubbard County, and it took almost a whole year to replace that person. Not to mention the fact that we've had a large gap that we're still experiencing here without a Becker County administrator. And I think those are tough leadership roles without filled made this go a lot longer than it should have gone. Now, of course, last summer it looked like the rec ordinance was on good pace to be completed, probably in a much more timely fashion. But then it took a detour. Somehow, what was supposed to be a pretty simple document, pretty much what we have now, ballooned into a huge recreation ordinance that was something the county board really did not envision when they went down this path. But I now digress. It's been 2 years, and we do have an ordinance that I think most people can follow, most people can use, and most people will understand, and it gives some teeth to people that violate the ordinance itself. Now, it's misdemeanor violations, which is maximum punishment, and I emphasize maximum punishment of 90 days in jail and or $1,000 fine. For anybody to actually receive that 90 days in jail, you'd probably have to violate the county's rec ordinance multiple times. I'm talking 5, 6, 7, who knows how many times before real jail time would be a factor in there. But what this ordinance, I think, allows is for everybody to continue to enjoy the outdoors here in Becker County and continue to enjoy the recreational activities without really impeding their ability to enjoy them. I always get nervous anytime new laws, ordinances, and stuff get enacted, mainly because every new law or ordinance that gets put out there in some ways usually, and I do say usually, but not always, restricts the freedoms and the use and operation for somebody along the way. However, I think this rec ordinance, for the most part, does not do that. In fact, encourages residents of Becker County to be able to use the outdoors in a very nice, kind, friendly manner. So I like this rec ordinance. I just wish it would have been done in a much quicker fashion. I think a lot of us feel that way about government, though. Sometimes it just doesn't move as quick as we'd like it to. And the only real thing in there that when I look at it I'm curious about is it's a little light in the teeth when it comes to aquatic invasive species regulation. Although I don't know if there's a heck of a lot the county can do, considering so much is changing at the state level on that topic every single day. Although the rec ordinance does clearly state that a boat in any Becker County water must be clean and decontaminated and free of aquatic invasive species before it is launched at any Becker County public access. So it doesn't ignore the issue. It addresses it, I think, the best way it can. But I'm being a little nitpicky here, trying to find areas in the ordinance that I think could use improvement. But overall, if I got to be that nitpicky, it looks like the 2 years of work that the department heads and the county commission and the board put in on this, looks like it's going to be worth it. But now it's up to us as Becker County residents to follow the ordinance, and of course, that enforcement end has to be there on the back end. Otherwise, nobody will follow it in the first place.